have steak, halal steak.
Halal steak. Yes. No, everything which we want to do here, we spoke about investments as well. This is again something we want to make it clear that there are halal alternatives available.
Absolutely.
And that's what we should be gearing ourselves. There are halal businesses. And that's
halal pensions and halal ISAs and halal investments.
Yes. And also, even our businesses, whatever businesses we do, we have said that before, they have to be halal businesses. We are not encouraging any of these other businesses.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what's the government doing about the haram businesses then, like alcohol and tobacco?
Yes. You see, it might be, it is haram. What I would say is these sin taxes have not gone up, and they remain the same. Okay. So there's not been additional taxes on any of the alcohol or other products. But they are going to be more expensive because the VAT has gone up by 2.5% from January. It will go up, and so that means everything will go up by 2.5%, including non-sin things like petrol. Now, if petrol goes up by 2.5%, that means virtually everything starts to go up as well.
Knock-on effect, because as you were saying, logistics and transportation costs of getting everything from A to B.
And that's a big sin.
It's going to it's going to affect you with your bits and pieces, imports, and getting them delivered. Because your postage has gone up as well, hasn't it?
Yes, recently.
And then the size of envelopes. You know, now I have to measure which envelope is it, and I forget how much. I just stick the bigger stamp on. Now I'll have to learn, you know, save the 2 or 3 pennies. Which stamp is it really?
Yes, just on that issue, recently I got a wedding invitation. And
I got one as well, thank you very much. Not your wedding, but...
Is that for the second wife?
No.
The tax planning here?
Maybe some tax planning in there.
I'm afraid, you know, that's a good point. I thought initially that, you know, the more wives you had, the more tax allowances you get. But that is not the case. In the UK, you can only have one official wife, so you get that allowance. And but before, when I was a student, I thought, well, there's a bit of tax planning. You know, being a Muslim, I can always have 4 wives, 4 allowances. But no, I was
disappointed. You can stay at home and let... No. So tell us about this invitation. Sorry, I said that.
Yes, you know, it's just as a side issue, because we're speaking about stamps. I got this wedding invitation card, and of course the lady, it was a bigger card, and she had put the wrong stamp. So the post office left a note there. I went there, and I had to pay £1 something extra, and I never forget that lady.
Did you go to the wedding?
Yes,
I did. That £1.20 on the unboxed gifts. What I got, you know, everyone is nowadays saying, you know, no boxed gifts, which means cash.
Yes.
To me, anyway. So I hope you deducted £1.50 from the cash you would have given.
Yes, I think I did.
No.
But you know, weddings, again, on the wedding issue.
Get married before January and the VAT 4th of January.
Yes, you were going to save 2.5%.
And you know, weddings 20, 30, 40, 50,000 pounds.
Well, you can try and keep it simple.
Yes.
And that's really what we should be encouraging.
Our people do not keep it simple. They have to let everyone know that they have done something.
Yes, but you know, we should encourage it to be simple. But catering is a vettable service again. So that adds up, the costs get added up all the time.
So Sammy, before January the 4th, inshallah, you will get married, inshallah. We have to pray for him and look for him.
I was just going to say that the government's trying to encourage people then to get married, I take it.
Before January the 4th.
So there'll be a lot of weddings.
So on divorce, is there tax on divorce?
I haven't been there, so I don't know.
No.
But yeah, seriously, I think we put an advert out for you last time. We weren't successful.
We weren't successful, Sammy, for you. I'm sorry.
Let's say that you are still available.
You're still available, Sammy.
I seem to be getting a lot of brothers. I don't know why.
No, they want your tax advice and your business advice.
Absolutely.
So, sisters, call for Sammy. No.
Can I say on a serious note? You know, we are all getting older. Even you are getting older as well.
I am.
And one of the things, there is tax planning which can be done. Currently, each one of us can actually put in, whether if you are earning money or not earning money, we can put 3,600 per person per tax year into a pension.
Okay.
And that pension, we can start getting that pension from age 55 onwards. And as you know, the state pension is going to be increased. There's talk of increasing it to age 66.
£866 a year.
No, to age 66.
Age. Oh, they're bringing their age
from
up.
65 for the male to 65, and they might even increase it even. So you need to start planning by investing in pensions. And these days there are halal pension products available on the market.
Yeah.
And just as another angle
Yes.
to this tax, it's something which might be of interest to our viewers is, if they've got a substantial amount in a pension, they can, say it's a company pension scheme, they can actually borrow from that pension to invest into their company, or maybe buy a warehouse, buy an office which is owned by that pension fund. So it's an efficient way of extracting money out of the company. Your company makes a contribution, that's tax deductible. That contribution grows in the pension fund, it's tax-free, and perhaps the company can borrow, or the individual can borrow from that pension fund to invest in a qualifying asset, a warehouse or offices, which it can then pay a market rent for. So all that is an efficient way of extracting money from the company.
And the tax implication on that is almost zero tax.
Well, yes, because whatever contributions the company has made, there's no tax on that because it's a tax deduction. Whatever goes into the pension fund is now growing within the pension fund, and you are going to borrow from that pension fund to buy the warehouse, and then you will pay your own pension fund a market rent.
That's good.
So
So
it's
rather
a
than
good way.
interest, you will be paying a market rent
Yes,
on it.
that's right, yes.
And then that will increase the pension as well.
Yes, it
Very good.
is. The money is circulating in a tax efficient and a halal way.
That's right.
So,
You don't
you
have
know,
to go to the bank to borrow and pay interest
That's
at
right.
high.
Yes. You
rather
can
than-
pay your own self a market rate.
But I
for
think
what
there's
you
got
are
to be
borrowing.
so much in the pot. You can't do a 10, 20,000.
No, it
It's
has
not
to be a
worth it.
realistic figure. I mean, you can't get anything for 10, 20,000 these days. It has to be a realistic figure, maybe 100, 200, 300,000 pounds, and then perhaps you can buy an office or a warehouse with
And
that.
how much do they allow you percentage-wise?
Generally, I mean, it is dependent on the trustees, but I believe, I'm not a pension expert really, but I believe it could be up to 70%.
It's very,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
substantial.
Yes. But it's something which perhaps we can get a pension expert next time
Yes.
on the program.
Right.
I've got
Sammy,
a colleague.
then you
You know-
swat up on pensions, so next month we'll ask you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, I have to say something, Tamkin. I think Tahir is not just a tax expert,
No.
he's also psychic, because I had the pension thing in my mind. I wanted to ask him the question.
You're not even married yet. And you're retiring already.
Well, there's the thing.
Early retirement.
Early retirement.
Well, Sammy, you can't have early retirement. The simple reason is there is legislation.
Yeah.
But there are special categories of people who can actually retire early and start taking pensions earlier.
Didn't know that.
Yes.
Tell
But
me
you have
about
to be the special, you're not in that category,
Oh.
definitely. Because people like, footballers and
Right.
that sort of category. Yeah, because, you can't expect them to be playing football at age 50. I mean,
50,
looking at
55.
how England was playing, you can't expect them to play even football now. Forget
But they're
about
high
it.
earners.
They are very high
And,
earners, yes.
as you say, sporty people, they cannot go
Yes,
on.
they can't go
Cricket
on.
players, football players,
Yes.
etc.
So they
They can
are
start
special.
empiring, or is that the word?
Well, they can move
And
into that.
becoming referees instead.
This is a special category.
Yes.
Right.
So there are special rules.
So how's
for
your
that.
football coming along?
Well, I need to get back into the gym again. Work on my tax exercise first.
Tax exercises, I like that. Special
Avoidance.
No, taking your hand and putting it in your wallet and opening it. That's tax
Take
exercise.
20%.
For the tax ban as well.
So-
but just on this, we've been talking about pensions. One thing is that, for example, the basic state pension is going to now be linked to the earnings from next April.
Oh, that's
So
good.
hopefully, the older folks